You guys who are trying to be intuitive eaters, pay attention to this comment. It's so important. So this person is saying that they had at their happy weight. She defines it, I think, as skinny, and that was all fine. But then she decided she really wanted to get healthy. So instead, put the focus on that instead of on just, living as she had. And this is how diet culture and that kind of thinking corrupts you, because it changes the focus from am I hungry to what's the most nutritious thing I can eat. And that's not the right question, because when you are not hungry, nothing's nutritious. You don't need it. You don't need food when you're not hungry. So again, we there's so much out there about perfect eating and what supplements you're taking and what food is great and what food solves this and that's all fine. But none of that is good for you if you're not hungry. So we need to keep that question first in our minds. And you can say, like, if you're going, figuring out what you're gonna have for dinner or whatever, you say, yeah, what do I feel like is gonna nourish me the most? What am I craving? What would feel great? But you wait for the hunger to actually take the food in. That is a huge thing that we dismiss, we ignore. Dieting trains us to ignore hunger and the absence of hunger. Yes, hunger and the absence of hunger. And in order to be an intuitive eater and trust your body, you have to key back into that. You have to key back into hearing hunger, hearing satiety, hearing your cravings. And if you're sitting there saying, I don't hear any of that, well, no kidding, because you turned it off, as I did, for 25 years. I didn't pay any attention to my body. I didn't know when I was hungry anymore. I didn't know anything. Because when you stop listening, your body just gets real quiet. But as soon as you start listening, you will start hearing little things, and your body, just as like when you have a big bruise on your arm and it heals up, that disconnection will also heal. You'll be amazed, and you'll be so glad you took the time and energy to make hunger the first question when you're figuring out what to eat. Not, what nutrition? No, am I hungry? And then, what would nourish me most? What is my body asking for? It's a beautiful way to live.